Welcome to Monarchy Australia TV. One of the matters of the moment, particularly affecting lawyers and not that many other people, is the restoration of the rank and title of Queen's Counsel. And there have been some people coming out in the media against this. James Falk, a former Liberal candidate for Balmain, has attacked those who are supporting the return of the title as toff Tories. And he suggested that those senior counsel who want the title back are a conga line of lawyers wanting to make money and take advantage and enjoy the honours of this title. Another critic, Michael Pelly, has written that the whole point of getting rid of the Queen's Counsel was about the independence of the bar. Both are somewhat erroneous in the origins. This was introduced in 1993, not, as James Falk says, by Labour. It was introduced by a Liberal government. It was introduced by John Fay in New South Wales. It wasn't to make the bar more independent, although this was argued as a reason later. The reason was John Fay is a very strong Republican. Now, at some stage, Australians may well decide that they wish to have a politician's republic instead of the Crown Republic that they have now. That's a matter for the Australian people. But it's not for politicians to do this in advance. This is creeping republicanism. And there were three defects in doing this, or three defects in the arguments. Firstly, that it would make the bar more independent. It did not. Secondly, that there was an advantage in doing this, that this was modern and so on. All of these really need to be looked at again. The real reason was not to make the bar independent. The bar can be as independent as it wishes. It can have senior counsel and call them senior counsel, and only those who want to be Queen's Counsel should put their names up for this purpose. They can do that. The important thing, and the bar ought to understand this, the important thing is that this shouldn't be the first step, or one of the steps, towards changing our crowned republic into a politician's republic. And the reason for that is the Crown Republic has certain checks and balances in it. If there's a wish to change to some other form of republic, it should be one which provides checks and balances in the Constitution. What was put up in 1999 contained no such checks and balances. In fact, it increased the powers of the Prime Minister and the politicians. That's not the sort of republic which should be foisted on the Australian people, and the Australian people, notwithstanding the pleadings of the media and the politicians, decided against it. The important thing in relation to Queen's Counsel is that this is part of the system. There's no mandate to change it. It should stay there unless and until the Australian people decide that they don't like our crowned republic. Until next time, this is David Flint for Monarchy Australia TV.